2, 1. All right, guys, we're back to another episode of Legion of Good podcast, episode number 6, I believe. We should be episode like 40 by now, but shit happens. Yeah, so we are a week away from the biggest pay-per-view of the summer, or winter, or fall, whatever you want to call it, All Out. I'm going to start off by saying Jon Moxley, obviously, as you all know, Jon Moxley will not be there wrestling. He might be there backstage or promo-wise. I obviously don't know, but he will not be wrestling. He tweeted on the 23rd, letting everyone know that an MRSA has returned in his elbow, which is causing him to pull out of the fight on the 31st, which is Saturday. But good news, which is great news in a way, and just shows that AEW has tricks up their sleeve. And within like 4 or 5 hours after Jon Moxley announced that, AEW announced that Pac, aka Neville, will be taking his place. So that's exciting. Do we want to talk about CM Punk and the rumors about that?
Sure.
Oh yeah, and my host, our partner, DC, aka David, forgot to mention it. But yeah. Do you know much about it? I heard that Fox Sports will be doing a weekly... Was it a weekly show?
Fox Sports?
Yeah, that they're doing like a weekly, like, I don't know if it's a wrestling talk, like a show, like an actual show.
Yeah, like some kind of talk show of sorts, I guess, like an ESPN analytic type of show. I think it's weekly, I believe so.
And they want Punk to host it. Right? Was that what's going on?
That's the first I'm hearing of Punk hosting it.
I
heard it was supposed to be like a W Legend or something like that. That's what I originally heard.
Okay. That's what that's what I thought, but that was just from the grapevines. That wasn't from an actual whatchamacallit. Because they were saying that not CM Punk, but CM Punk's people reached out to Fox. So people are obviously jumping the bandwagon, freaking out, saying, "Oh, Punk's coming back to WWE," and blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. I personally don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. I feel like Punk's just doing his own thing. He will be at Starrcade Friday, I think. He will be at Starrcade, which does not mean it is obviously an AEW thing or whatever you want to call it.
Starrcast, not Starrcade, Starrcast.
Yeah, my bad, Starrcast. It is a AEW type thing. It's on AEW weekend. They do this. I think this is gonna be an every year thing, because this is the second year that AEW is technically hosting it, I guess. And Punk is there again. I would love to see Punk, and I feel like a lot of people would love to see Punk show up on Saturday. But that's another thing. It's not going to happen. If it does, I'll be obviously happy. If it doesn't, I'm not going to be upset. I feel like he's doing his own thing for now, and wherever he feels comfortable going, he will go. And then, like I said, all the Fox Sports, WWE type things, obviously all rumors. We haven't heard anything from Punk himself about that. But the Starrcast is official, obviously. This is going to be our prediction video. We're going to go over the card, pre-show, our buy-in is what they call it. Mm-hmm. And we're going to go over all that, who we think who's going to win. If we think anything exciting to happen, if we expect anyone to show up, it's all that types of stuff. And then Sunday morning, Saturday night, we'll be recording our review. So, David, DC has the card. He's going to read off the matches, and we're going to go from there.
All right, so we got the pre-show with Jack Evans and Angelico versus Private Party.
I personally think they're going to put Private Party over, because I feel like they have big plans. I don't think big plans with Private Party, but I feel like they have plans with Private Party. Because, I don't know if it was a month ago, but they had a kind of like pretty much a going away party for the independent scenes for a lot of people. The Young Bucks were there, and I feel like the Young Bucks fought, or I don't know if they fought private party. I think they fought. It was a private party versus Young Bucks, and before the match, yeah, this was pretty much their last. Yeah, their last independent show that they'll be doing, because in a month they will be having a weekly show every Wednesday. So in the thing, they announced not only the private party in the tournament for the tag titles, but they also, the first match, or one of the first matches, it's going to be the private party versus the Young Bucks in the tournament for the tag titles tournament. I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to win that match, because it really go either way, because you can argue both teams need a W, because both teams, they put on great showings, but they haven't, gotten a W yet. So you can argue it can go either way. But I think they might give it to Jack Evans and Helico, because they're a little bit more seasoned, a little bit more ready.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I want to see them. I want to see private party do big things, and I know that, I don't know. Are they both in the? I would assume they're both in the tournament. I just know private party's fighting Young Bucks.
Absolutely. I mean, LAX has left TNA Impact, as it's been reported. But they have not said where they're going. It's either going to be NXT or AEW, which is the big rumors. But they did allude to it on social media. Did you see it?
I did not see that.
I think it was Santana, and no, I think it was Ortiz. He was in an interview. I can't remember who he's in the interview with, and he basically said, I'm paraphrasing here, but he said, people know we love making history, so with that in mind, we're waiting to see what we do. So it's kind of like a hint of, and right. Talking about making history. I mean, it can go either way, because history will be made technically September 18th when NXT starts its live run. But I think the bigger history obviously will be AEW and
well, October 2nd or 3rd. I don't know. What is it? October 2nd?
I think it's the 3rd.
I'll have to look. No, well, anyways, the October whatever, the first week of October, October 2nd is a Wednesday. Yeah, October 2nd. It's going to be the Young Bucks.
Oh, if October 2nd is a Wednesday, it's definitely the
Yeah, October 2nd. The Young Bucks and Kenny Omega are fighting Chris Jericho and two mystery opponents. We don't know who those people are, but I feel like I feel like Chris Jericho said in his tweet or Instagram, I feel like he said something about history will be made this night. So
he did something like that. He
it is kind of funny that if LAX
you will not believe who I'm bringing. He said something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would line up with what they said. What he said. There's two people. LAX is officially leaving. It will all line up.
Right. So
plus, they have a real tag team division. WWE has dropped the ball with tag teams.
Right. Yeah. So and if LAX shows up, they'll definitely, obviously, be in the tournament as well. I'm excited for this tournament because I don't know when it's gonna. I think it starts October 2nd, but I don't know when it's gonna end. And I'm curious to see what they make these titles look like, because so far we only seen one title. They are announcing, I believe, the women's division title on All Out. So that's exciting to see what that title looks like.
So since you brought it up, we'll get to that. So what they're going to do is, so we'll go over the second pre-show match. The second pre-show match will be Brandy Rhodes, Allie, Yuka Sakazaki, Nyla Rose, Britt Baker, Teal Piper, Jazz, legend, Eva Lee, so I'm a big fan of. I'm happy they got her. Big Swole, she was in the Women's Mae Young Classic round 2. That's Cedric Alexander's real life wife.
Yeah.
Sadie Gibbs, and I think it's 11 other women. They haven't announced who's going to be in there in the Women's Casino Battle Royale. And the woman who wins this will face the winner between Riho and Hikaru Shida. So those two will face each other, winner of the Battle Royal, winner of that match, and that woman will become the new women's champion.
When do they fight each other? The same night, or?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's the same night. Or
probably October 2nd, to be honest, because they're trying to make that a big.
That would make sense.
Probably making that big show.
The champion crown the show. That would make a lot of sense.
Because as of now, I don't think there's a pay-per-view in September. I feel like
they'll give you time. They'll give you time to build their feud leading to the debut show. That makes
Which
sense.
is why people need to watch All Elite Wrestling's YouTube channel, because that's the way they promo. That's the way they do stuff right now, because they don't have until October. They obviously can't really promo anywhere else. So that's why I said watching their YouTube channel is very important right now, because that's how I found out about a lot of things. Is their channel. Yeah, that Battle Royale could go either way. For Baker, Sadie Gibbs. I like Sadie Gibbs.
I would love to see Evilise win. I've been watching her for a while. Maybe drop the ball, because she was even signed to NXT. Drop the ball, let her go.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of her. You know, she was tough enough back with Stone Cold Steve Austin a couple years ago. And she's gotten better. She's been wrestling Booker T school. And I like her. She has a good look. You know, she can bring some Latin flavor. She's Puerto Rican to the company and representation. I think she'd be a great pick to do this.
That would be, yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely pay attention to her in that match to see what she could do. That is one thing but slack with, is watching the women's division, period, in New Japan and all that crap, Ring of Honor. I need to pay attention to the women more. So yeah, that's exciting. I'm curious to see what the title looks like.
Yeah, hopefully it looks pretty good. Because the World Championship looks nice.
The World title looks nice. It reminds me of the original WWE World Heavyweight title. Like, not similar, but it just has the feel of it, you know.
All right. So another match will be the Best Friends versus the Dark Order. The winners will receive a first round bye in the AEW World Tag Team Championship Tournament, which I think is amazing. The fact they're actually doing buys like the traditional sports is really good. I think that's a very smart and nice move. You automatically get a free ride and skip a week and actually get a chance to get a chance to stay safe while another team gets eliminated. That's actually a great addition.
Yeah.
The Dark Order, they were pretty impressive at their debut. Best Friends, we know they can go. So I think it's going to be a really good match.
Yeah, that one could go either way. I like the Best Friends.
I'm not sure
I like both. Yeah, I don't know.
I think we're going to put the Dark Order over, though, because the Dark Order is kind of like that Ministry of Darkness, type of, character. So I think they're, since they're kind of that, I think they might go, more undefeated. With the way their gimmick is, I think it will make sense for them to really go on a run to start, laying everybody out.
The Dark Order, yeah. Yeah, I feel like, it's probably going to be the Dark Order. Which, yeah.
That was pretty dope. Of course, we have Young Bucks versus Lucha Brothers in a ladder match for the AAA
I'm very excited for that
World
match.
Tag Team Championships. That's going to be the show stealer right there. Unfortunately, you hear the news about Phoenix.
No.
Ray Phoenix was at an indie show in, I believe, Rhode Island, New York, and he caught a leg injury. Some people were saying it possibly could have been a broken leg. We don't know. It's very early, but they said he was walking on his own accord, on his own power out of the arena. So hopefully he's fine. Little ice, you know what I'm saying, little bandages, whatever. Stay off of it, and he'd be fine. But unfortunately, he could possibly be injured badly. We don't know. I hope that will throw a monkey wrench in everything.
That would be, that. Well, hopefully LAX stays tuned and they can make their debut that day.
Vince McMahon Sr. is like striking down lightning right now. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Did you hear about that? I don't know how. Like I said, I don't know how true it is, but someone took a screenshot of their first show, and there's still like 2,000 seats left or whatever. But it's like one of those resale sites. So someone got all these tickets.
On which site? I mean, for what to bring you? The first show?
I believe it was the first show, which I know the first show was sold out.
Yeah.
But the tickets are on a resale site, like Fitbox or not Fitbox. One of those vid seats or whatever. One of those one of those
Yeah,
resale sites.
that sounds to me like a W Mark trying to throw shade on AEW.
Anyways, with being said, what we're talking about is the WWE Mark possibly just showing shade. But remember back with 50 Cent, I know this is not wrestling related, but he brought all those tickets for Young Boy's concert, and and half the arena was sold out, or it was sold out, but there was like no one was there. So people were making jokes in the comments saying, because it's an AEW Facebook page I follow, and people were talking like, oh, maybe Vince McMahon, which, because Vince McMahon has the money, Vince McMahon got all the tickets for the show, and he's just gonna,
which, as sad as it is, I would not put that past him.
Exactly. So I guess we'll find out. I hope it's not true. I hope someone edited it. Like I said here, like, I don't know how true it is. I just saw a screenshot, so I hope it's not true.
I mean, like JD from New York said, he made a great point, and I agree with him. Just by comparison, it's not going to look good for NXT when the Wednesday night wars kick off. NXT is in Full Sail University every week. It's about 300 to 400 people every week, and a lot of those people are, the same people who go every week.
Oh yeah, you can tell.
So you're going to see the same crowd, the same folks. The atmosphere going to be lit, granted, but versus AEW, Pyro, 15,000, 20,000, venues, you know what I mean? A flagship. The quality is going to be a big difference.
Yeah. Oh no. And that's one thing that's one thing I love about AEW so far is they're taking things slow. They're not speeding up. They're literally taking their time to announce these titles. They could have announced them all at Double or Nothing, but they're taking their time to release the titles, which is awesome. They're doing shows. They could like they said, they could go all out. They could try doing, they could try the Staples Center right away. They could try these big arenas right away, but they're starting small, which is awesome. Mm-hmm. But one day they will be at the Staples Center. One day they will be at Madison Square Garden, which, I mean, one day they're going to be at these bigger arenas, and the hope is they're still going to be great, which I have high faith in it. So far, I have been let down, and they're going to sell at these big arenas. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I don't want to sit here and talk crap about WWE and say I want to see WWE fail, because I don't. I want to see WWE do better. I want to see WWE go back to the old school ways and have a good show. And they're capable of doing it. They are capable of having good shows. They have the talent. They have the mindset. They just gotta stop caring. And that's the case. Vince McMahon's been, for 5, 6, 7 years, it's been a boring product. And which is why a lot of people found these. I mean, a lot of people knew about these promotions, but the only reason why I found about these promotions, real talk, is because I got sick of watching WWE. So I went around and I searched other wrestling promotions, and I saw New Japan, I saw Ring of Honor, I knew about TNA, but Ring of Honor, Lucha Underground, and just different independent scenes, and I saw these different shows, and I'm like, wow, this is much better than what I'm watching on Monday / Tuesday. Back then was Thursday as well, like Thursday night, when it was Thursday night. Like, it just got boring, and I just got sick of watching it. And then I stopped, and I haven't really I still watch once in a while, or I watch highlights, or I'll watch pay-per-view here or there. But I don't watch as much as I once did. I would get mad at myself for missing an episode of Monday Night Raw. Now I get mad at myself for watching an episode of Monday Night Raw. That's how bad it's been. When I was a little kid, or young, even 14, 15, I used to get pissed off at myself for falling asleep at like 6:50 for forgetting to press record. I used to get so angry. Cause I used to record on VHS, so I would have to manually record. Like, kids don't know what that is. It's a black VHS tape. It's it would put into VCR. Right. Back in the day it was a struggle. Nowadays you could set your on DVR. If you fall asleep, it's not no big deal. But I used to get right, exactly. Now you have ways to watch it. But back then you had to make sure you either recording it or you're watching it live. If you missed it, you missed it. There was no Hulu and all that. And I used to get mad at myself. Now I don't care. Now it's whatever. Like, no big deal. With that being said, though, I'm hoping with AEW, which we know what's going to happen. I'm not just saying it. We know AEW is going to literally kill. I'm sorry, NXT, but AEW is going to destroy NXT live.
I don't know if we use the word destroy, but I'll put it like this.
I won't
like
say destroy.
To me.
What's going to happen? What I think is going to happen is people are not going to watch it live. They're not going to watch it live. I mean, the people will still go there. Obviously, like you said, they're still going to have their normal the normal fans that they get. They're going to have that because they're gonna they have those people that are going to be there every week because they're there. They live there. Same thing when TNA was in Universal Studios. TNA had their normal fan base because it's right there in Universal Studios. There was. I don't know if it still is. But now, what I'm trying to say is people are going to either still watch it on the network or they're going to watch it on Hulu. They're not going to watch it live.
Yeah, there's a lot of people do that. Yeah, a lot of people ain't going to know what's going on live.
People are going to be watching AEW live. So I'm not going to say kill/destroy, but they're not going to have the same numbers live that AEW is going to have.
Yeah, I mean, because the problem is your fixing one isn't broke. You're adding another live hour. First of all, you're adding another hour to NXT, and then you're making the show live, which means everything the way production goes, stuff in the show has to change. And then you have, the rumors of Vince bringing like main roster stars down there for star power to get people, to watch the show, and then him having his hands in the show more because it's live, because it's actually on TV, which I do believe. I give it 6 months. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, NXT is doing better numbers than Raw, or right on Raw's heels or SmackDown. How long do you think that's going to happen before Vince McMahon decides, I'm not going to let Triple H and his glorified rookies outdo my A-list show? He's going to do something to sabotage NXT. Whether that be calling up a bunch of people like The Dream, Undisputed Era, so on and so forth, who make up NXT, who, are the backbone of NXT, Johnny Gargano, or just be, we're going to have, A, B, C, and D come down there, Reigns take a 15-minute spot, Seth do a 30-minute spot, and that whole second hour is gone to the main roster, stifling NXT talent who should be getting that time. So I do not put it past this man. This show does very well if NXT takes off and starts doing Raw numbers or surpassing Raw, because the quality is 10 times better than Raw. It's what wrestling on the main roster should be. But I fear for NXT. The NXT that we know and love, as we know and love it, is over.
The thing with that, though, with the rumor that was brought up back like a few months ago was getting brought up again, with Vince McMahon stepping away, sort of. Not stepping away, but kind of stepping away. I'm reading on Sports Kita Wrestling on Facebook, whatever. And, I mean, this is something you obviously already know about, but Vince McMahon set to slowly step away from the chair. Vince doesn't want to step away, obviously. He doesn't want to let go, but it's the right move. He's got a great team, and he has a lot of faith in them. It means Raw, SmackDown, NXT will be handled by Paul Heyman, Eric Bischoff, and Triple H. Now, if that happens, like I said, it's probably not real. It's probably just a rumor that was maybe mention of an idea, and someone backstage heard it and let people know, and now it's a rumor that's getting brought up again. I'll believe when I see it. But if it happens, best move that Vince McMahon can make. Letting Triple H do NXT, letting Paul Heyman do Raw or SmackDown, whatever. Eric does the Raw, or whatever, vice versa.
My thing with Paul Heyman is, according to sources, Paul Heyman's been running this show, these Monday Night Raws, and I have not been impressed. Quite frankly, it's just as bad, if not worse.
Has he already?
Yeah, he started, I think, right after SummerSlam. When he started.
I haven't really watched Raw. I know I've heard there was a few. I heard there was a few good shows in there, but obviously not enough to be impressed.
From what I've seen, I wasn't impressed. I watched these so-called good shows, and I wasn't impressed. It was nothing outside the ordinary. And the thing about it is, people trying to say, make excuses because Paul Heyman, because his name's attached to it. If they never say anything about Paul Heyman being attached to this, you will go right back to still shitting on Raw because it's the same stuff. Cut it out.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it's a shame. But to be fair to him, there's only so much he can probably do with that whack creative team and Vince McMahon in his ear.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Something good. Yeah, he
Yeah.
works something good, but if Vince don't like it, he still can shoot it
That's
down.
what I'm saying. That's why the rumor of him is pretty much just stepping away, which is very possible because XFL literally is soon, 2020.
Right around the corner, yeah.
Yeah, right. Literally that day. What I've heard, which is crazy. That's so soon. It's pretty much right around the corner, and I really haven't heard much about it, besides the fact that.
I truly believe Vince is not going to do it XFL that much because think about it.
It's supposed to go live right after the Super Bowl. Right after the Super Bowl. The day after that Monday, they're having their first show. Yeah.
This is why I think that people are really drinking XFL Kool-Aid too much. He's going to step away. Think about it. February, right after the Super Bowl goes off. That is WrestleMania season. How far do you think Vince McMahon is really going during WrestleMania season?
Well, no, I know.
Not you, I'm just saying you're general.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Hopefully,
he gonna put some goons on there to manage the teams and stuff. And he gonna come back after WrestleMania season. That's what he gonna do.
I don't even know how long XFL will even last, to be honest, but
I give it 2 years tops.
I'll definitely watch their first game just to see how it goes. I love football. And I'm curious to see like that if are they gonna do an XFL fantasy football thing? Because I'm interested. I love my fantasy football, so I'm interested. But we got way off topic. I mean, not really off topic because we're still talking wrestling, but we're supposed to be doing predictions. So, with all that being said, hopefully, Vince McMahon does let go and leaves, because I would love to see what Paul Heyman, Eric Bischoff, what they could do by themselves. And I've watched back when ECW was the newer version of ECW, and Paul Heyman was there. And I liked it. I was mad when they got rid of it. That was a fan.
Yeah, there's some talent there. I enjoyed a lot of the shows.
Your boy Punk, my boy Punk was there. That's where our boy Punk debuted. That's where exactly. That's when Vince McMahon saw that maybe we should have hired him in the first place, and we should have turned him away. Great documentary, great video. But yeah, anyways, back to the card. We left off with the Best Friends losing to
the Dark Order.
The Dark Order.
We did that, yeah, the Dark Order. One of the Bucks. I know Rio, Carlos Shield, one of the pre-shows. Let's talk about Joey Janela versus Jimmy Havoc versus Darby Allin.
Darby Allin, Jimmy Havoc, and who else?
Joey Janela.
Joey Janela. I like Joey Janela. I like his style.
I'm not sold on him yet.
I just like his style. I
think he's reckless. He definitely puts on a show for the crowd, but I'm just not sold on him yet.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't know. Yeah, because him and Punk, my bad. Him and John, I almost said Dean Ambrose, him and John Moxley had a great match. To be honest, that match is probably, in my opinion, the best match of the night. And yeah, you could add in there was Extreme Rules, Falls Count Anywhere type of style, so weapons make every match better. But I was on my feet. It was just crazy. We knew who was winning, obviously, but it was still a good match.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think he'll win, but I'm curious to see how it goes.
My pick for this, I'm really liking Darby Allin. I really enjoyed Darby Allin and Cody Rhodes. For me, Darby Allin made himself that night. He showed up. Just the moves he was doing, his style, that punk rock.
Mm-hmm.
Really anything it takes to win, or the pain he was taking, the spots. I really am really into Darby Allin. I like the whole half face paint thing. I like his testimony, his promo. So my guy's Darby Allin to win this match. Jimmy Havoc, I'm not sold on him. He ain't showed me nothing yet.
I like Darby Allin too,
but he ain't showed me nothing yet. So my pick for this is Darby Allin.
Okay.
You going with Joey Janela?
I don't know. I would like to see. I like Joey Janela's style, and I just kind of want to see him do good. So I'm hoping that he does good and he, shows us something better. Just real quick, we did bring up the Young Bucks and the possible fact that the Lucha Bros might be injured. If they're not injured,
Ray Phoenix.
If they're not injured, or if Ray Phoenix ain't injured, then it's gonna be a hell of a match.
Oh
They,
yeah,
they,
absolutely.
I could see Phoenix moving a little slower though, just in case depending on what the injury is. Obviously, you don't want to re-injure the injury,
Right.
which still could put a bump in the match, man.
Yeah, yeah. Depending on
I
how
don't know
bad
who's
it
gonna
is,
win.
and sore and stuff, he can do all the stuff he normally do.
I could see Lucha Bros retaining, but I could also
See,
see the Young Bucks winning.
if Ray Phoenix wasn't injured, if depending on what's wrong with him, if he's not injured or he's fine, I see the Lucha Brothers winning because the Young Bucks got one over on them and they want to, get that, 1-1.
Yeah.
Or he could, he is injured, I see Bucks going over again because to protect Ray Phoenix, whatever. You want to put the titles or have some more responsibility on somebody who can't work right now.
Mhm.
So hopefully he's fine. Because we need this. This is a ladder match, no less. We need this to be as top, over the top as possible.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, curious.
Two teams like that with a ladder, that's man.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. That's one of my matches I'm excited for the most is the ladder match.
So I'm not really sure gonna win that one. That was up in the air for me. I have no idea.
Yeah, it could go either way.
So your boy, Cody Rhodes versus Shawn Spears with Tully Blanchard and Shawn Spears corner.
My boy Cody, I guess. I would like to see Cody Rhodes win, but I also would like to see him lose because I don't want to see Cody win every. I don't want him to be that guy, winning all. It could make. I mean, I would like to see Shawn Spears win. Cause I like Shawn. The perfect 10, which, who got buried in WWE, which thank God he did, because now he's in a It is a shame, because Shawn Spears, I'm called by his name. Shawn Spears is he's a great athlete. He's a great wrestler, and I'm curious to see. Like I said, that match could go either way too. Like,
yeah, I'm trying to see the tiebreaker. Oh, I'm sorry. What? Too soon?
The tiebreaker.
There's a tiebreaker out here. Look, real. Yeah, new move now. What they call it though?
I'm not sure. He hasn't done nothing yet. Because besides attacking.
Win that 6-man.
Oh, was he? Oh yeah, he wasn't. Yeah. With MJF and everyone else.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Fighter Fest.
Yeah, I remember MJF because MJF was talking
about.
No,
Fight for the Fall. Fight for the Fall. That's what it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that now. He looked decent in the match. He did. So yeah. I don't I'm gonna put Shawn Spears over. I feel like they'll give it.
I'll agree with you. I want Shawn Spears to win this one.
Yeah.
Like continue their feud. Shawn Spears start. Get his stock up.
I could see something going on with like MGF getting involved somehow.
I could definitely see that. Yeah.
And then someone coming out to save Ty and having a tag team match either at October 2nd or at the next pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna put Shawn Spears over, and then something happening after the match.
Okay. All right. Kenny Omega versus Pac, which, as you said earlier, AEW had to reveal their hand a little bit, show their hand a little bit, and pull out Pac, who obviously they had on payroll and everything for quite some time, and had him hidden, which you probably
really hidden because Pac made it sound like he didn't want anything to do with AEW in his promo when he beat Hangman Page at the indie show.
All right, they played it off very well.
Oh yeah.
And it's a shame they had to reveal their hand because John Moxley got injured.
Yeah, which sucks.
Who else are they hiding? Is my question.
Punk? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't know. Possible. They probably got a few people hidden that they're saving for the right moment. They're like, obviously they have a tag team hidden, which we're hoping it's LAX, but it could be anyone, Yeah, I don't. That match, I honestly don't know. Because this match is obviously what they had written has to be rewritten. So I don't know. Because I was putting John Moxley over on Kenny. I was. Now that John Moxley's not there, are they gonna have Kenny beat Pac, and then maybe have John do like a
I think Pac's losing because Pac, from what people say, the reports say, he's supposed to do a job for Hangman Page, but the reason he couldn't work before and lose to Hangman Page is because he was a champion for Dragon Gate, and I guess they had in his contract, or he took it, very seriously as being a champion, so he refused to lose even with another promotion because that make him as a champion look weak. Mm-hmm. So now that he isn't the champion anymore, I don't see him. I don't see a reason why he can't lay down for Kenny. It's clearly gonna be a great match. Both high quality, high profile wrestlers as far as their in-ring ability. So I think Kenny Omega goes over on this one. So that's what I think anyway.
That's interesting. Yeah, I can see Kenny winning as well, to be honest. And like I said, and what I was going to say is having John Moxley. Obviously, he can't be there, wrestle there, but I can still have him. I can still see him doing like a satellite feed or something with that, or a pre-recorded video, because this is obviously not gonna. It's gonna happen. This match is gonna happen at one point or another. Maybe it'll happen.
Yeah, they already confirmed they are going to reschedule Kenny Omega and John Moxley. It's already confirmed by them to reschedule.
So if they already have the
MRSA is Mercer, by the way.
Mercer? Okay.
I'm going to tell you that because you said MRSA, I'm like, it's Mercer.
I figured it was something. I didn't even think of that. Okay.
Mercer.
That makes more sense. Yeah, Mercer. Okay, there you go. Is that what he had before? When he was at WWE?
Mercer, once you have it, it stays dormant in you and stuff. You maintain it, stuff stays dormant as I do. If you don't, I think it has to do with, from what I understand, proper hygiene. Not that they're dirty, but like hard to get areas, like because it's an elbow. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Who's scrubbing the elbows like really hardcore?
Yeah.
So I don't understand it completely, so I'm not gonna say act like I do. But I have a friend that has it actually. Matter of fact, Charles.
Okay.
He's at Mercer.
Professor X. Yeah.
He has to cut it open and drain it and clean it and stitch it back up and like a couple weeks of healing time, whatever.
Okay. Well, so he should be at the October 2nd, which
he should make October 2nd.
I would hope they would have John Moxley fight Kenny there, but it's possible. Actually, no, it's not possible. It's not possible. I lied, because Kenny's in a tag team match. Never mind, I lied.
Yeah, tag team match, plus on top of that, John Moxley does still have an obligation to New Japan. He is still the IWGP United States champion as well.
Well, we'll probably find out well, I know John Moxley's going to be at that show. They announced it. It was announced before he got injured that he will be there. I think all the big names are going to be there because it's their first show, so they want to go big. Same thing with Dean. Chris Jericho's going to be there as well, obviously. Cody Rhodes will obviously be there. But anyways.
Did you hear this? Apparently, Cody Rhodes, I don't know where I heard this from. I think it might be the dirt sheets or something. But apparently he said, or alluded to, the AEW roster as of right now is only 40% announced. Like, it's only 40% has been shown thus far.
I believe it.
That's great, if that's true. They might pull out Cowboy James Storm, who I would love to see get picked up.
James Storm?
Yeah, James Storm's a good talent.
I like James Storm. I do.
They should have hired him years ago.
Yeah, I like James Storm.
James Storm is dope. Amazing Red, dope talent.
There's a lot of people
out there they wasted.
There's a lot of people that I want to see go, even people from WWE that need to leave.
Yep. But, the last match on the card is Chris Jericho versus Hangman Adam Page to crown the first AEW World Heavyweight Champion.
It's probably gonna be Chris Jericho. I ain't gonna lie.
I think so too.
I just don't think Hangman Page is ready for that role yet. Don't get me wrong, Hangman Page is great in the ring. He's decent on the mic. I just don't think he's ready
He
for
ain't there yet.
the
I agree with you.
face of AEW.
Right.
Like, it's going to be
Right.
someone who has talent, someone that has history, someone that is prone to this, you know, a WWE legend. It's going to be Chris
Don't forget
Jericho.
WCW legend as well.
WCW
And
legend.
ECW. This man's been everywhere.
ECW.
New Japan.
Dude,
This
this literally
truly
everywhere.
is the man.
It's going to be Chris Jericho. No doubt about it. Which is cool, because I want to see, I wonder what they're going to, which could be, like I said, my Punk results could still happen, guys. I said it before.
I'm personally fine with Chris Jericho winning. Listen, Chris Jericho, in my opinion, deserves another world championship. I was hoping when he was WWE the last couple of years where he left, they're going to put one more on him or whatever. But I love
No,
to see Chris Jericho.
I 100% agree. I 100% agree with you. But like I said, who's going to fight him next?
Kenny might get the spot. He might get the spot.
You think so?
Or Cody could get the spot. You know, like I said, only 40% announced on the roster. They might show somebody we don't know yet, and they might, you know, go for it.
Best in the world.
There's a bunch of, possibly. There's a bunch of options. We just don't know yet.
Like I said, if they pull that, it could be huge. It could be huge.
That'll be the biggest talking point of the weekend.
With Punk still being, or not Punk, but yeah, that's who I want to, obviously that's who we're referring to for people that didn't watch Punk and WWE. But what I said last time, which obviously wasn't right, it was Jon Moxley. But at the end of the match, if Chris Jericho wins, which he's going to win, he's most likely going to cut a promo. That's what he does. Mm-hmm. And he's going to demand the thank you that he still hasn't gotten yet. So he's going to demand that thank you, and he's going to talk, you know, blah, 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 do his thing, and say something like, because he's been saying he's the best in the world. You know, there's only one person who actually, because Chris Jericho used to say, I'm best at what I do, and Punk said, I'm the best in the world, and then Bret Hart said the best there is, best there was, best there ever, whatever. Everyone had their little saying. But Jericho always said best at what I do. Never said best in the world, but he's the best at what he does. Now he's preferring himself as best in the world. I'm hoping that what I said last time, he cuts that promo, the lights go off, a personality plays, and he goes to sleep. And then it gets announced that, because they're going to obviously announce the next pay-per-view, because we don't know what the next pay-per-view is right now. We don't know. It hasn't been announced yet. We're going to find out most likely on Saturday. We're going to find out when the next pay-per-view is. Where it's going to be, what's going to be called. And then they'll announce Punk versus Jericho at blank. That's obviously a big coin flip there. And it's what a lot of people would like to see happen. And like, if it does happen, I'm not going to be mad. But I would be happy if it does. If it's not Punk, I could see Kenny Omega. I could see Jon Moxley as well. I could see Cody Rhodes as well. And they could, and like I said, it could be anyone. It could be MJF. Like, Chris Jericho probably is not going to lose, so they could give that match to anyone just to have a match. I wouldn't see them giving to MJF, because MJF's going to be more of the mid-card, not mid-card, but you know what I mean, the mid-card scene, the Intercontinental, whatever titles they bring in that division. I don't know. I'm just hoping for a great show. I'm pretty much believing it's gonna be a great show. All Double or Nothing was great. Even the 2 free charity events were good. So I have high hopes for this big show. This is the year reunion, technically, of the last time they did it, which was All In. So I wonder if they're gonna.
Okay. I got to tell you this. Breaking news. There was someone. I guess. Oh, actually, it's SHAREfactory. Actually, from Impact Wrestling. Which, you know, they work with the Lucha Brothers for Impact Wrestling as well.
Yeah.
She said she spoke to Phoenix. He's going to be okay. Thank God. No break. Thank God. That's her quote on Twitter.
Oh, great.
So Phoenix is fine. The match is good to go.
Good stuff. Great. That's amazing. Now he needs to just rest it until next week.
No more shows. No more shows to All Out, buddy.
Which it probably won't be good as a Sunday, and not unless he's being dumb and fighting on Friday, but I highly doubt it.
Let me ask you this question: Do
Hmm.
you think they want to reevaluate their stars and be like, listen, we can't do work A, B, C, D, and F shows anymore. You got to work only with
Well,
us exclusively, or maybe like one other show like New Japan, but not like because depending on the Phoenix, they were going like every independent show across the nation pretty much, and Mexico. You know what I mean?
if they're going to, they probably already did. They probably already did in the contract. Because you sign a contract, you can't. I mean, you can't just out and over say, oh, by the way, you can only wrestle here. You already signed a contract. So, with that being said, in the contract, there's probably something where it says, up until October, do whatever you want, but after October, keep it as a minimum because they're gonna be. But like I said, I feel like they're gonna have a lot more people in the next coming weeks. With the pay-per-view, I probably feel like 1 or 2 people will be debuting that we don't know about, obviously, if not more. And then, so obviously 2 people are debuting on October 2nd, and so forth. People like the Lucha Bros, people like John Moxley, who's still in New Japan, he's with New Japan. The Lucha Bros are with TNA. It's kind of hard for them to do that. But I could maybe 1 or 2 shows. But maybe in their contract it says 2 or 3 weeks before our big shows, you're not going to be fighting to risk injury. But I don't know. It's, I love how they're open because WWE is that way. WWE I mean, obviously there's some few people that they kind of let them swing, a little bit. But majority of the wrestlers, and probably more now that AEW is a thing, but they can't wrestle anywhere else until anywhere else while they're contracted and 90 days after their contracts were done. So, which is smart.
Did you hear what Cody Rhodes said about AEW? I mean, I'm sorry, Jesus Christ, about NXT. So he said 2 things. First, he said, I think the most important thing, this is quote, I think the most important night in all of wrestling is now Wednesday night. Rhodes told Bleacher Report, the best wrestling is going to be happening on Wednesday nights is Destination TV. And when's the last time wrestling was Destination TV? It's now a must watch. And I'm going to complain about and I'm not going to complain about that. Wrestling fans now have a choice, and I hope they choose us. That's quote 1. The second quote he said was, I'm oddly intrigued to see what Vince McMahon does with NXT. Rose also pondered, alluding to rumors surfacing that WWE chairman maybe have more involvement with third brand going forward on the UFC network, unquote. So, Cody Rhodes said, yeah, this is basically war, Wednesday night. The hell you outside? Do the podcast outside? Jimmy Cricket over
I got this. I downloaded a soundboard for my podcast, and there was cricket, so perfect timing. But there's that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Shout out to my boy Payment, because I know you're watching this because you're my #1 fan. The Punk thing I said last week was false. I quoted myself wrong. It wasn't. He did not get attacked. He was caught in an interaction with somebody in the crowd. Hold on. I actually pushed the soundboard. He was in interaction with a fan in the crowd. And you could hear, I did actually, still haven't watched the video yet, but I guess in the video, my boy David watched the video, but you could hear him going back and forth. So, my bad for...
The fighters were, from the UFC thing, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, they were in the ring, dude went one, they raised his hand and everything, announcer was going over, and your winner, and all you hear is Punk. Dude, you need to back the fuck up. You need to chill the fuck out, bro. Just go on it. Going on, dude. You hear him just yelling at the guy. Verbiage and everything. Uncensored language. And apparently he said something about the guy was like all in his face, just yelling bullshit and asshole or whatever. Some heckler was just all in his face. So I guess he had enough.
Which go for Punk.
It's understandable.
Yeah, I totally, So yeah, There you go. Payment. You happy?
So the last piece of AEW news is the ticket sales. They have Charleston, West Virginia, and they have Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Neither of which have sold out yet, and people are saying, "Oh, it's a red flag. They didn't sell out. They sold out the other three." And the Charleston, no, I'm sorry, the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania one's about 4,000 tickets. To compare to WWE, they usually do about 6,000 to 8,000 tickets, which I mean they're new, AEW new, so that's not bad in my opinion. We haven't been on TV yet. And you got plenty of time to sell those tickets out because that's not until late October, going into November, when no shows are. And then same thing West Virginia. Charleston, West Virginia, they sold a little under 4,000. People already calling the red flag, and it's just ridiculous. And the thing about Charleston, West Virginia, West Virginia apparently doesn't really, it's not a big wrestling city at all.
No,
there
it's
hasn't
not.
been live wrestling there since late 90s, early 2000s,
right.
Something like that. So the fact that they're even going there and getting this many seats is pretty cool. I mean, me personally, I've already said when they announced Charleston, West Virginia, I said if it was me, I wouldn't have went there. I would have went to only the big cities first: New York, California, Vegas, Chicago, which obviously doing All Out and everything. Florida. I would have did all of those cities and stuff first.
Wisconsin.
Then I would start working on. Yeah, Wisconsin's kind of big. I would do all of those first, and then focus on the Midwest and stuff like Detroit, Ohio, places like that, and then you start working on country folks and stuff, like Kentucky and West Virginia and Utah. Then you start working on that. That's how I did it. But Tony Khan has analytics. He has I'm sure he has a plan. Smart businessman, so I'm sure he knows what he's doing. So that's all the AEW news that we have thus far.
Yeah, boy.
You need to delete that app.
That's fun. Yeah, so I'm excited. WWE, fuck them. Until I actually have interest in talking about WWE, this might just be an AEW podcast / other news if there's something big to talk about. But yeah, that's kind of what, like I said last week, my plan with this podcast now is going to be typically AEW, and it's going to be Wednesday night, Thursday morning. I'll be recording my review on that Wednesday show, posting it Thursday morning. Same time, majority of the other podcasters, whatever you want to call them, are posting theirs, so it's kind of in the same field. Same thing, if there's something huge that happens, I will most likely go live or something to talk about that as well. I record it and talk about it as well. Same thing, pay-per-views, Saturday night, Sunday morning, I'm going to be recording the review. I would go live this Saturday, like I did last time, but I will not be home when it starts. I will be doing my fantasy draft, so unfortunately, I won't be watching it probably until about 8 p.m., 9 p.m., so I won't be able to be finished with it probably about midnight 1, so I won't be recording until 2 a.m., 3, and posting it 5 or 6 or 7 Sunday. But other than that, yeah, that's realistically all I gotta talk about. I can't think of anything else right now. We covered all the major news. Mm-hmm. I will see you all Sunday, or here.
There's one final question. I think you already pretty much answered it. So, Wednesday night Wars. Are you watching NXT live, or are you watching AEW live every week?
I'm watching AEW. I haven't really watched
AEW as well.
I haven't really been watching. I know you keep up. I'll keep up. I watch
NXT all the time.
I have it. I haven't watched it. Like, WWE literally just let me down, and it's not NXT hasn't, but WWE itself did, and unfortunately NXT's gets punished along with it. But off-topic news, anyone who watches Power, the season premiere was today, and that's great fucking first episode, season 6. That's all I gotta say. If you don't watch it, you better get watching it. It's a fucking great show. 50 Cent did his thing. But yeah.
I see it on Netflix or Hulu.
It's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu?
The first 4 seasons are on Hulu.
I might take a look at it.
You need to. I feel like you'll like it. I really think you'll like it. But I gotta invite my.
Question. How long are every episode?
I think like 60 minutes. The normal
Like 30,
the normal big show numbers.
Okay, well let me ask you this question: how many episodes is a season?
I want to say like 12.
That's kind of long time.
You won't get, but it's one of those shows like it goes by quick because it's amazing. Like
the next time I have some time, I'll sit down and watch it.
I kept hearing Roger and Big L talk about it, and I was like, man. And then I think it was like the third season in, so I'm like, you know what? I went on Hulu and and I watched the first episode. I'm like, oh god, it's kind of like when I watched Death Note. I watched the first episode and I had to watch the second. And then I had to watch the third, and I had to watch, and then I fucking, before you know it, in a week, I was caught up, which is not good, but it was a great show. I was not let down at all. If you're into that kind of, it's drama type show, sells drugs type thing. It's really good. It's more than sells drugs. It's a big, big names. So I definitely recommend everyone checking it out. But for real this time, that was it. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the second part. Make sure if you didn't watch the first part, watch the first part. It was only 15 minutes. Yeah, I'll see you guys all on Sunday. You'll hear me on Sunday, however you want to say it. I technically won't see you, but I'll see your views. And yeah, stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter, link in the description. Follow him on YouTube, link in the description. And go from there. Alright, we're out. Peace.
Peace out.